Always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines, and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rate you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? Now, remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. That's 800-708-3092.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lynn. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michael Studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub, I'm full of water. I stay hot tub, stay hot tub. Gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub, rubber dub in the hot tub, rubber dub with me. Shake in the hot tub,
Yeah!
really make me sweat.
Yeah!
Shake in the hot tub,
Yeah!
really make me wet.
Yeah! Well, good morning and welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Our Thanksgiving show will be today and tomorrow. Then we're done. We are out for the rest of the week. It's Legend Day on a Monday. Glenn Manley, the legendary Glenn Manley, Hall of Famer. Also, the other legend around here. People come from miles away just to see this man's beautiful hands. Let him do some work. I went in his office, Glenn. I went in his office Thursday, okay? Yeah. I had seen Dr. Noble. I had my blood done, and they went all the results and everything. So I'm leaving, and I look down the hallway, and I see this legend. And I said, I walked towards him and had people, blocking my path. Hey,
bodyguards.
Security. It's like, like Trump was in there or something. Yeah. So I go up to him. He didn't see me yet.
Oh.
He's studying x-rays. I get behind him. I look up and I go, I think we're going to have to perform surgery. He looked at me and goes, I concur.
He still didn't have my check, Glenn.
Hey, I've been waiting a long time. I know that.
Did I scare you when I walked over sitting there beside? I stood there for 5 minutes before he even looked. He was in deep thought.
That happens about 4 or 5 times a day. In fact, I think people don't understand sometimes, when we're at the computer, people, I really think they think we're not doing anything. We're just staring at the computer. Like we're in deep thought, plugging away.
He wasn't doing it.
I thought he had all his PAs to do that. So
he was actually studying the X-ray.
They're doing it too.
Yeah, he's in deep thought.
I've got that person's name. I could yell it out.
No, don't do that.
You see, he gets quiet.
I know the lawyer.
I know how to get it.
The lawyers have been black helicopters if you do all that.
You wanted to give a shout out to your friends up in Tennessee.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Springfield Yellow Jackets, and I tell you what, Coach.
What did they do?
They won. They pulled the shocker of the week. They're upset, I guess, a high-ranked team that's supposed to go on. So they're in the Final Four now. So that Coach Dustin Wilson and his crew, they do it right, Coach. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. The FCA guys, I'm gonna tell you what. They have such a relationship. One school, one team. Whole town, everybody, it's a family affair. His brother's the defense coordinator.
Glenn is the gift that keeps on giving.
It is
one school, one town, one principal, one superintendent,
and they do it right, buddy. They hold the kids accountable. Everything. You go in there, and you won't believe this. Cell phones are off when they go in there, and they take their shoes off when they go into the locker.
Cell phone. You know what? Cell phone's probably the worst thing that happened to us.
Well, I know it. But I tell you what, though, when you watch them coach, man, they get together, they meet, and it's a year-round process for them.
What was the score?
27-7. They upset the guys that beat them 21-16, and they,
So they continue to go to the
Final Four now, And then I got to give a shout out to East High, my old alumni. They're in the Final Four. They won 42-0 to beat White House Heritage. If you're from Tennessee, you know that. And And then so hopefully the Alcoa's still winning. Now we've lost to Alcoa. East High has 3 years in a row at state championship games.
Wow.
So hopefully we can get there. But
Are you going to go up to any games?
I don't know if I make it or not. It's Thanksgiving. If they win, they pull another upsetter, I might have to show up and ride the bus and be,
Yeah. Give the best, the guest picker, guest speaker, everything.
No, but I'll tell you what, they just do it right. I really, and then if you're going to have anything to do in June, they have a great golf tournament for their team, and the kids are there. They also write letters home to you thank you for coming. So I want to just give a shout out to them. Those guys are great.
I want to give a shout out to Dr. Chad Mitchell. He called it here a week ago. He said the Florida Gators are going to beat Ole Miss Rebels. And I thought,
I did.
And I said, too much talent, too much defense. Ole Miss, I think it'll be a really close competitive football game. I think Ole Miss has got too much defense. And I was completely wrong. What about them Gators, baby? Yeah. What about them Gators?
John, he just doesn't. My valuation on this show is like
it's
too low.
Unbelievable.
John, you're starting to feel a little left out.
I think he's going to the real ESPN.
He don't listen to anything I'm telling him.
Saban called one.
But when you're not here, he goes, well, the very smart Dr. Mitchell said this, so that's the way I'm going.
Don't tell him.
In all seriousness, I was going by the rule that you've always said, that it's about matchups. And when I looked at the matchup of Florida's defense, which I've seen some similar defenses play Ole Miss, in my mind, I could see Ole Miss stumbling. I could. Mm-hmm. And that's why I called it. That's why it is a trap game.
But didn't Ole Miss have 2 weeks to get ready?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I think Dart got colorblind about the third quarter.
The fourth quarter.
Listen,
last drive twice.
I realized they called one incomplete, but it looked like he threw 2 back-to-back interceptions.
Right.
Well, let's bring this fair-weathered fan on. Is this who I think it is? Is this Travis? Travis, are we firing him today, or are we going to keep him? What are we doing?
I think we're just going to extend him for the rest of his life.
Hey, record that. Listen, keep that on file, okay? Unbelievable.
Well, at least until it starts losing again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What a game, man.
Oh, Coach, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I misquoted my score there. 47-14. I just saw the
47 to 14?
Yeah, they did a great job.
Wow.
So thanks, Coach. He's listening in, Dale.
Great job, Coach. Keep it up, man. Yeah. I hope you get a state championship.
Yep.
Like Travis wants.
Yeah, Travis.
Travis, is Florida going to get a state championship this week?
Wait, what was that?
Is Florida going to get a state championship this week? They're getting ready to play FSU. Well, we've got about Miami. So
that's all
right.
They
should. I know that it sounds crazy, and even FSU fans in my family, which I have a lot of them,
and your former coach,
they think that I'm crazy, but I say I don't know. It's still a rivalry game. It's not. Yeah. I always say, and I won't go back just because of how bad they've done this year, that no matter what the record is at the end of the year, it's going to be a knockdown drag out. And I don't know if that's true this year, but I'm going to stick to it because that's what I say anyway. I say that at the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, it's going to be a close game.
I don't know.
It's going to be a hard one.
I don't know. I mean, if Florida loses to FSU in this game, they need to fire Billy Napier.
Oh, come on.
And Travis will be saying that. Travis will be saying that Monday. Yeah. Keep those recordings, everything he said.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry. You guys jump on the bandwagon. I haven't
Florida State's my second favorite team.
Well,
but
I haven't said anything.
That's not what you told me.
I haven't said anything about the Ruby Red Tide instead of the Crimson Tide. Right
well, it's coming.
Believe me,
we coming.
We're leaving.
You better be.
What I got on today?
I see it.
Got my Bama on, baby. Win, lose, or tie.
Yes, right.
I just can't believe that Dart threw 2 really bad throws back to back.
Travis,
That
did
had
you
my
see all
heart
the
melting.
drop
Have you
passes?
watched him all year?
No,
I've
listen.
watched
Did you
him all
see
year.
all the drop passes?
Yeah,
Ole Miss receivers
yeah.
dropped them. I mean,
Yeah,
you got to
they-
have a little
Oh, yeah.
help for an upset.
And no pun intended. They had some alligator arms on some of those.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, the Gators were hitting, baby. My God, they were knocking people out. It was a great football. The atmosphere was unbelievable.
It wasn't a shocker to me.
Speaking of atmospheres, there was nothing like at Auburn. That place,
absolutely.
voodoo, baby. That place is unbelievable.
Oh, get this. My wife sends, is on one of the Facebook pages of Auburn University, sends the eagle that's like puffs himself up with muscles or whatever.
Yeah.
And Jarquez Hunter liked it.
Wow.
And she was all excited. Jarquez Hunter liked my post. It was, listen, they were all
I
celebrating.
bet. Yeah.
I saw more drop passes yesterday. You know how I used to get really upset about FSU receivers? How can you drop pass right? I saw it all day yesterday. I watched football from 11 o'clock until 11 at night. Watched Colorado go down. All these different teams, and I saw more
about
drop.
Shedeurs?
I don't know what it was. He about lost. Did you see him get hit?
He pushed the official.
Yeah.
Shedeur
Yeah.
Sanders.
Did you see that, Glenn?
Yeah.
That looked bad. They should have threw him out of the game.
There should be more comments about
If he
that.
had his legs planted after he threw a pass, this guy from Kansas came low, took his knees out. His feet would have been in the ground. He'd have never walked again. It was that vicious of a hit. It flipped him over, and he came out and play. I mean, I thought the guy was hurt seriously, but I said his knee's gone. Then I went back and showed it. If his feet would have been on the ground, his knees would have been ruined. Yeah. But what a game. All the upsets in college football, my
There's
goodness.
a lot of parity
13,
right now.
13 of them, I think they said.
And Indiana, welcome to the elite league in college football. Welcome to Buckeye Land.
But listen, that's a good example of you're not playing anybody all season, and then you play a good team. And you can't have that either.
Yeah, and really, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Army got the little, hey, we can't run it, so we're in trouble.
Yeah.
So getting back to your Gators, I was impressed, man. They got after it, and they're young. That's a young football team.
Oh, yeah. The only thing I worry about is the receivers are not young. But, I mean, we can pick up good receivers in the transfer portal. I just hope that we can.
Yeah.
Because DK and Badger are gone, which are two elite pass catchers. Badger gets the ball a lot. But, I think Castell on the defense is a senior. He might be. I might be wrong on that. But we've got a couple things to fill for next year. But speaking of Castell, did you see that hit that he had? It was right after the Florida player got hurt. Dart throws it, and somehow they saw a completed catch to start with, and I don't even know how you saw that. As soon as the guy caught the ball, I mean, he ran into a brick wall, and Jordan Castell, and he dropped it.
Yeah.
Y'all see that?
Yep. Yeah.
That was a hit.
I tell you what, though, the atmosphere in the swamp was unbelievable. That place was packed out, people going nuts. And then to watch Auburn, what they did, and even Oklahoma, that stadium was going completely nuts also. But they just, Alabama was embarrassed. That was an embarrassing showing by the Crimson Tide. At least the other teams got upset. At least they played hard. I thought Ole Miss played hard. They had a lot of people go down. I saw a lot of injuries Saturday, too, a lot. Alabama lost their best linebacker. There were people going down all over the field.
I didn't even watch the Alabama game. I was actually watching a movie, and I get a call from somebody I work with. And I texted him. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm watching a movie, with my wife and all. Can I call you back?" And he said, and all he said was, "Alabama's losing."
No, Alabama, they weren't losing. They were getting embarrassed.
Getting beat, yeah.
And
Alabama's soft. Alabama's soft
like,
football
no
team.
way.
Yeah, they're just a soft football team. I hate to say it. Anybody runs, I tell you, Auburn, you watch out. Chad called the Florida game, and I thought Ole Miss would win. I called Auburn to win, and he said Texas A&M would kill them. So we went 50-50 on that.
But I got a question for you, Coach. Are you ready to fire Kalen DeBoer?
No, you don't fire somebody after 1 year. Ask me Sunday morning.
I think Kalen DeBoer is He's learning about the SEC.
He's learning about
You have to come with your best scheme and your best game every game.
If he thinks that Big 12
keep doing what
offense
you're
is gonna
doing.
work
You've got to
here.
change some things up every game.
He thinks that we've really brought the Big 12 to Bama. The defense 4-2-6, where he wants to be a spread offense, throw the ball to the field, and you can't with Milroe. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
And we've got two of the best running backs in the country that hardly ever touch the ball. And if they transfer out, I understand it. If I'm an elite running back, I don't think I'd go to Alabama. They don't run the backs like they should, in my opinion. Yeah. They got beat up front. They were not prepared. We'll talk more about this at 8 o'clock, but no, it was embarrassing. You got everything to play for, and you just don't even show up.
Right. Well, I got tickled on the college game day when Saban goes, you go into Auburn, that place is haunted. That's what
that place is voodoo, man.
You realize that's all over the internet now.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know what? He called it right. If you've never been to a game there, I've been to Iron Bowl there at night. It was, I don't know, it kicked off here in the afternoon.
They're calling the stadium now the haunted house.
Yeah.
that place is crazy.
It's hilarious.
Did you hear how loud it was?
Oh, yeah.
It's always loud there.
Yeah, we got an Auburn Tiger wife. He's got his wife's a big Auburn girl.
I go to Auburn games. I've been to one this year.
Yeah.
They should have won. They should have beat Arkansas.
Yeah, right. Whoever's having a good season, he jumps on that bandwagon.
No,
Central Florida. I'm talking about him.
No, but I'm just saying. No, he's Auburn. He has to be.
I'm Alabama.
Central
My wife.
Central Florida when they're good. Oh, I love the game. Go Knights. Go Knights.
He's like national champion Knights.
Go in his office. Auburn have a good year. War Eagle. Alabama got beat. Sorry, hey, roll tide. He wouldn't even answer. He wouldn't.
He's like on that commercial. He kept saying high tide.
He went go Gators.
Go Gators.
Hey, we need Ryan Williams to try to transfer and come on over to.
Now,
I've never in my life seen a play get cheated. Did you see what happened?
That was just wrong.
That's the same officials that did the Texas-Georgia game, I think. And that was
whoever made that
and
call
he waited. He threw the flag once he saw the guy scoring a touchdown. That's when the flag came out. We're like, it was on Oklahoma sidelines. It was something else, man.
Yeah.
Yep. We wouldn't have won.
And then you go back. They're showing the replay.
All right, we got to take a break.
Yeah.
Hey, the place to be this week on Thanksgiving Thursday, you want to go to the Cajun place. They're going to be open. It's going to be a buffet style. They're going to start seating people around 10:30. Probably stop seating people around 4:30. But, hey, keep on coming. $30 all-you-can-eat buffet, $25 for military personnel, $20 for a box to go, and $15 for kids 11 to 4, 3 and under eat free. Reserve your, call, make a reservations, or just show up. You can walk in. Go check it out. They did it last year. It was outstanding. You'll love it. That food is incredible. This Thanksgiving, the Cajun place. J. Michael's Restaurant, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Best seafood, coolest beer you get anywhere. For your real estate closing, South Oak Taunton Closing is #1. And the legend. People come from miles away to Page County to have this beautiful hands to work on. And I'm not talking about mine. I'm talking about Chaz. Chaz, what's the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com or robotmd.com.
Are you saying mine hands were not beautiful? You kind of laughed. I saw both of y'all laugh. My heart kind of hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Both laughed. Unbelievable.
I know how sensitive you are.
Yeah, very sensitive.
You know what? I'm fine.
His butt hurt.
I'm fine anytime, day or night. Hot or cold, doesn't matter. I got Stevenson Air Conditioning. I got gold. Stevenson Air Conditioning is #1. You've used them. You've had a brand new unit. I've used them. I tell you what, they're the best out there. By anybody, anywhere. Stevenson Air Conditioning is #1. Locals, taking care of locals throughout Northwest Florida. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back with Travis and whoever else wants to call. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Quit talking about hands.
So.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, some clouds and a high of 75 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south at 9 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 68. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 76. Moving into Wednesday, about the same with a high of 74 and slightly foggy in the morning and then some sun. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
It's the season of New Traditions sales event going on now at Bill Bird Kia. Now offering 1.9% APR for up to 60 months of the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or a new 2025 Kia Sportage. Take your next holiday adventure in a brand new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento or new 2025 Kia Sportage with $1,748 per month per $1,000 financed in 60 months. Quantity is limited, not to be combined with other finance offers and not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 1/2/25.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
All right, Peanut. Oh, yeah. It's Christmas time. You didn't get that Alabama tape out.
Thanksgiving's this week.
Say that's Christmas, same thing. Hey, Wildcat, find Alabama, some of their Christmas music. It's Snowing in Dixie, you know, some good stuff like that. We get December or
you mean
whatever.
Christmas in Dixie?
Christmas in Dixie. Alabama's in Dixie. Alabama got the hell beat out in Dixie.
No, that was in Norman,
Oklahoma.
Yeah. There wasn't nothing normal about it, you know.
Oh my goodness!
Normally they play well, but
we got a problem with Oklahoma, like Georgia has a problem with us.
Wait a minute, Travis, you still there? Oh, he hung up. Well, Travis, I thought he was going to hang on. All right, go ahead. Sorry, Chad.
No,
hey, what's the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates, 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com or robotmd.com.
Yeah, starting next Monday, he's going to have a clinic here, so he'll be here at 7. So there'll be somebody show up. Oh, God.
Listen, and just for the record, it's not a hemorrhoid.
Oh, that's off the air. We should, off the air stuff.
I tell you what, a week in college football. Let me go to the scores real quick. I know you got a nice story. Chad's real good buddy with Jimbo Fisher. They spent a little time together Saturday. And, I was there. I was in the same. We both were in the same town. I thought about calling Jill. I said, "Should we ask him to go eat dinner or lunch something?" And she goes, "Yeah." I said, "Nah, never mind."
Because you knew he wasn't going to pay this time.
Well, I figured I would get hit up for it.
So my buddy Rob.
I didn't want to miss any of the games. That's what it was.
My buddy Rob. It was his last officiating game, and he wanted to do it at Sanford.
Travis, you listening?
And so we were up there.
All right, go ahead.
We were up there, at Sanford at Bobby Bowden Field.
There you go, yeah.
Woo! For his last game.
Love him.
And all of a sudden, one of the people in our group is back there taking a picture with, Jimbo Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the heck is Jimbo? Yeah. Okay. What the heck is Jimbo Fisher doing here? And, of course, I look it up, and apparently he's some remote offensive analyst for Ole Miss. Well, Ole Miss got it taken to him, so I don't know.
He should have been in Gainesville.
Anyway, so I'm sure he was scouting the Western Carolina, Sanford Bulldogs, players looking for some good recruits possibly or transfers.
I want to push back on that. I think that's been people could take that the wrong way.
They can, yeah.
I think Jimbo has a lot of ties to that school. I think he was just there for that reason.
And maybe he was.
Just like a doctor had a lot of ties to that school, and I think him and his wife were there for other reasons. Chad was on the side. Somebody get hurry, run over there and grab him. I do operations.
Oh, gosh, here we go.
Handed out cards.
Listen to this nonsense.
He was following injured players in the locker room.
I was yelling at the ref. I wasn't yelling at the field. Like, that's a horrible call, ref.
Did he look up?
He grabbed his behind like Biden.
You should. Yeah, your next call better be for a cab.
That's the reason he went to the game. He's got a friend up there that's official. They used to give us some great insight.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah, I would love to hear one.
And so just know afterwards, they rented this house, and so we're all in this house. And afterwards, he's there after the game. So they made these little.
Make it quick. We got a phone call.
All right, they're not fat heads, but it's his face. Like a fan on a little stick. And so we're carrying that. So I'm carrying that. I'm carrying an extra jacket. I had to go to the bathroom. And so I'm in there, and I told him.
What happened?
I told him, I said, I'm midstream, and I start to fumble. And I said, I wasn't going to pee on my jacket. He goes, you peed on my face? I said, I wiped it off.
Oh, man.
You can hear anything right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
They were rolling in that house.
Oh, my God. Did you get to go in the MVP session of the stadium, the press box?
We got on the field to take some pictures. The security let us on the field.
They have a good crowd?
Oh, yeah,
that's a beautiful campus.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful field.
Nice
That
artificial, Glenn. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, that artificial turf, man, feels better than grass.
Yeah,
man, it feels good.
Med turf, I think is. Yeah.
Let's take this call. Good morning.
Morning. It's me again. I didn't know you wanted me to stay on.
Oh no, I just thought you were on. I didn't know. Wildcat told me to keep you on that way he didn't have to mess with anything else back there.
There have been a lot of people calling.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, they're listening to the show and they have a comment.
They have an opinion.
There's a lot of people off.
Travis, let's let everybody share their opinions this morning. But hey, congratulations, Travis. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Call us tomorrow or call us later today if you want to. Okay.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Go Gators, man.
Go Gators.
Hey, Travis. Is there some days you go, this show's terrible, and other days you go, let's keep him?
No, I don't do all that. I don't do all that. How with y'all?
It's always
y'all
letting
are
go.
100%.
All right, good. I was just curious. Just curious
I
about
never
that.
said which way 100%.
All right, buddy. Thanks, man. So, how did Jimbo treat everybody? Was he good to everybody, Jimbo?
Oh, he was super nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's usually that way with fans and other people.
He's a good guy. I mean, really, he is a good guy.
The lady in our group she's an FSU alum, and she walked up to him and told him that. So, hey, I'm an FSU alum. Can I get a picture with you? He says, absolutely.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He
started
really
taking pictures. Yeah.
I tell you, he loves Steve Counts. They go fishing out on Steve's boat and have a great time. He called Steve. I think Steve rode on the bus with them from the hotel to the Rose Bowl back in the day. So back in the glory days of FSU football. But he is a good guy. He treats people really well.
Yeah. Oh, he treated them very.
Yeah, he's from West Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, he could have walked off. He could. There's all kind of things he could have done. He did.
I mean, I know some doctors that hardly want to speak to you.
When they're in their office, seeing another patient.
Yeah, I think. It was kind of a no-no.
He got mad because I walked in the room, opened the door, and sat down with all of them. And all I said was, "What's your problem, Dave, man?" He got mad. I was just trying to help out. He said, "Do you need a second opinion?"
He just
calling the police.
You know what's so weird? I said, "Do you need another second opinion?" Thinking she should ask. She goes, "No, I don't." I said, "Dealing with him, yes, you do."
Oh man,
he got mad.
She called the police.
She did. I don't blame her.
We had a great time.
Hey, just go ahead and cut that check in half since he's gonna. Yeah, man.
All right, let me get this in here real quick. Our picks. Chad, you were outstanding. I'm just going to give you 100% on your picks. Arkansas got bowl eligible. They beat Louisiana Tech 35-14. Auburn did pull the upset. I called it. Auburn got it done 43-41 over Texas A&M. And
overtime.
Texas A&M's still not out of it. They're still not out of it. They win.
Well, technically, Bama's still isn't out of it, but I think
Bama's out of it. Ole Miss at Florida. Chad called this Monday. He said it's going to happen. It did, 24-17. Great job, Gators. Georgia struggled with UMass, 59-17. Vandy at FSU. I picked Vandy to upset them. It was a good game. You should have heard the chants. Fire Kelly. It was embarrassing. It was loud. The whole stadium went after him. But they did win. LSU won. They wore white helmets, gold pants, and gold shirts. They won 24-17. Missouri put it on Mississippi State. Actually, it was a competitive football game, 39-20 for some time. Alabama gets embarrassed, destroyed by Oklahoma, 24-3. A 5-5 Oklahoma team. South Carolina, I think South Carolina's one of the best teams in the country. South Carolina 56. Who they play? Who they play?
You talking about South Carolina?
Yeah, they won 56-12.
I had to look it up.
UTEP at Tennessee. Tennessee 56-0. Kentucky, the Kentucky Wildcats. Competitive football game for a few minutes.
South Carolina played Wofford.
That's it. 31-14. Texas beats Kentucky. Ohio State teaches Indiana what it's like to play in the big league. Buckeyes 38-15. Northwestern at Michigan 50-6, big time win. Penn State struggled with Minnesota. We thought.
Are you surprised at that?
No, not
I'm
really.
not surprised at that.
They win the ball game 26-25. Charleston Southern at Florida. Give them a hand. Florida State.
Yay!
Woo! 41-7. Now, does this wake them up? Does this give them some confidence to go be competitive and beat Florida? We'll talk more about that. Citadel at Clemson, 51-14. And Miami looked good on the offense side of the ball. They took care of Wake Forest 42-14. And I think that was all the games. No, yeah, that was it. Picks, I was 13 of 16. I missed 3. I missed Vandy. I missed Bama. And I picked Ole Miss. So I wish I listened to you, Chad. Glenn, Glenn Manley. Let me find. Glenn was, you were the same as I, 13 of 16. Jeremy Pridgeon was 12 of 16. Brian was 12 of 16, and I don't know who that is. Somebody else was 12 of 16.
What about
Dr. Ward? Dr. Ward was 12 of 16, so he didn't have a great day either. So that's our picks for today. When we get back, we're going to talk about FSU. Can they win at home against the Florida Gators? What a week. We got so many big football games. And then it's can you believe it's all over? Regular season's over.
Homecoming. I mean, excuse me, it's was rivalry week. That's what you call it.
Homecoming. Yeah, it's homecoming.
Right.
Everybody's coming home for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Thanksgiving week. Great job, Glenn. We're going to screw it up. All right, let's talk about some more wonderful people. South Oak Title and Closing.
Today, isn't he?
South Oak Title and Closing. For all your real estate closing, it's South Oak. Nobody else but South Oak. Hey, all you Tiger Sharks, you know all about Taco Bell. They're big-time supporters of the Tiger Sharks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They got DoorDash. Get down to Taco Bell. Have a great time. Tell them Coach sent you. Go support Taco Bell. They support the Tiger Sharks big time. And they did lose their state playoff game Friday, so they're done for the year. Hate that. We're hoping they get some more. What was the score, Glenn? 21 to...
I think it was 21-14.
21-14. Yeah, they played a good game, but it just came a little short. El Rodeo, Tequila Bar and Grill.
It's back with a short joke.
I know it.
Sorry, Glenn. El Rodeo, Tequila Bar. Y'all got me screwed up.
I got your back.
Best happy hour anywhere. Buy one, get one free. Great Mexican food. Right across the street from the Navy base. I'm going there Wednesday night, maybe. We'll be right back. Glenn Manley. The legendary Dr. Chad Mitchell, this will be going up on his 26 years. We got a phone call on the line. We got Wildcat in the back trying to play some good Christmas jolly music. He's not doing a very good job. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Roll Tide.
The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is designed specifically for sports fanatics like you. The sports content you demand is always on. Live stream our national and local sports talk anywhere you go. Reach us on all social media. You can also be a part of the show. Call and text into our studios. Plus, up-to-the-minute weather and traffic maps. A new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is available at the Apple Store and Google Play.
Welcome to Suncoast Arms, a better, more personal way to purchase firearms and ammo.
Get the best prices, quality, and personal professional advice on firearms and associated products.
Now you've got a friend in the business with Suncoast Arms. Call Suncoast Arms for an appointment. 850-276-6111. That's 850-276-6111. And hey, we're online at suncoastarms.com or email skipstoltz@gmail.com.
As a realtor, it's important who you choose as your title company. May we suggest South Oak Title? Their offices are modern, comfortable, and state-of-the-art. South Oak Title can close transactions in any location in Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee. Their free mobile app allows realtors to deliver a net sheet in seconds. They provide mobile closing services to accommodate buyers and sellers. Their offices are beautifully decorated, state-of-the-art, complete, safe, and secure. South Oak Title, creating a better title and closing experience through technology and tailored service. Visit them online at southoaktitle.com.
Attention homeowners, are you dreaming of a backyard oasis? Look no further than S&R Fencing, your go-to destination for quality outdoor transformations. At S&R, they specialize in crafting custom fences, decks, retainer walls, and all exterior construction that not only enhances the beauty of your home, but also stands the test of time. Their experienced team takes pride in delivering top-notch craftsmanship with a personal touch. S&R Fencing, locally owned, licensed, and insured, and a member of the BBB.
Time to let the big dogs eat.
How about that answer by Georgia? To the end zone, touchdown, Georgia!
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State. Woo! FSU Update is brought to you by the one and only Newbies. Not 3, but 4 great locations. Newbies 2 on the Curve is where you want to go watch all sporting events. Head on down to the mothership, and they usually have a lot of people come in. All the kids that are back in town from college, they all hang out there. Older people come back in town, they go there this weekend. So make sure you get to the mothership and see all your old friends, have a great time. Try the one in St. Andrews, a brand new facility. Glenn Manley Hangout. It's a great place. The blue building over there is beautiful. John and Charlotte always giving back to the community. Make sure we give back to them. Go support all the Newbies. Have a great time. Thank you for the Thanksgiving. It says Happy Thanksgiving. No, it doesn't. It says it's Thanksgiving, not Christmas. I thought somebody was being nice. Never mind. All right, FSU. We got a caller? Let's bring on FSU himself. This is Caller Rob. His name is Caller Rob. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are y'all?
We have missed you.
Florida. I'm pulling for Florida. I'm putting money on them this week.
He's lost his mind.
Reverse psychology. And I
reverse psychology.
Hey, you should have heard Glenn between breaks. He hates Florida. Not only that, he hates Florida fans. I mean, he was going off on the Gators, their fans. And he said he dares somebody to call here and say something good about Florida.
Wow.
Too much sugar.
Let me say this, is that if FSU beats Florida, they do need to fire their coach.
I said that.
Because here's the thing, is that they got so many mistakes. FSU, they win the toss, they defer. Okay, they get them 3 and out. What do? First thing they do is run into the punter. Personal foul, 15 yards. You know, so they're just not very
disciplined.
I don't know. They're all young. I got that, but they're just not very well coached.
Yeah, no discipline.
Seems to
in
me.
The game. Yeah.
Well, there was ACC officials. They didn't think they would call it.
Well,
hey, that reminds me.
I got that.
That reminds me. Do you know these teams have books like data on every official that officiates the game? Yeah. I didn't know that.
Sure.
The ones in Norman, Oklahoma, they need to scratch them for Alabama games. They should never let them.
Y'all think everybody thinks that when that coach pulls that pad out and he's writing stuff down, he's writing stuff out about his players. He's writing stuff down about the officials.
Oh yeah. Well, you just like I did. I just hollered at them.
Let me ask you something seriously now. I'm being dead serious. In this day in modern football, when you don't have players, and you have the same opportunities every other school in the country to go bring people in that play college football, transfers. You pick out what transfers you want, and you recruit. When you don't have players, whose fault is that?
Yeah.
It's the head football coach's fault.
Yeah,
That's just the. I mean, I'm not being ugly. That's just a fact. What's happened at FSU is someone doesn't know how to evaluate talent, or they don't know how to develop it. Something. I think we said it all year. There's something that happened we don't know about this. That they never gelled. That group of kids never played together as a team.
Well, it's still the offensive line, because when they had Jordan Travis, he could get away from some of that stuff, so it didn't look as bad. But then when you got people that are not mobile, then the mistakes are glaring.
There you go.
And I badmouth Florida State receivers so bad, and after watching last weekend's and watching Bama's receiver drop passes, I apologize. I saw more drop passes throughout college football.
So let's back up a little bit, because some of these drop balls, it's where the quarterback throws it too.
Right.
But
let's face it, you're watching a Bryce Young.
If it touches your hands, you should catch the ball.
Tungvailoa, when they're throwing the ball, it's usually out in front. It's away from their helmet. It's away from their back shoulder, so that they can catch it easy. They make it easier to catch. And
I will say this, and that's what you're absolutely right.
It's called accuracy.
When he was throwing the ball, if you were 3 yards from him, he was throwing you a bullet. You know, and he had no touch. The only touch he had was that if you were 40 yards downfield, he could throw it in a loop and you run under it.
And some of that's chemistry.
Yeah.
You've got to have chemistry between your receivers and your
You and Rob
quarterback.
made some unbelievable points. I disagree with both of you. Your job as a receiver is to catch the ball. If it touches your hands,
if it touches your fingertips,
Glenn, help me.
I agree with that. Totally agree with that.
Why did you say that?
No, I do. If it touches your hands, you should catch it. There should never be an excuse for a receiver, but the quarterback can help that receiver is what I'm getting at.
Boy, you restated a lot proper. That was good. That was a good job. The first time wasn't. This time was excellent.
Gosh. Glenn, help me.
Good cover, Doc. Good cover.
I think. What did you put in? What did you put in those things?
I can't tell you. Somebody named Alice B. Talkless is all I know.
Coach is eating donuts again.
Well,
muffins.
James, y'all listen to this and what I have seen. Every other team in the country has gotten better since game one.
Absolutely.
FSU has gotten worse.
Look, we're working on it. We scored more than 21 points this time.
Almost doubled it.
But like when my daughter came home yesterday, she said, I thought we were leading, and I was so happy the other day. But then I realized we were playing a team that was worse than we are. I said, exactly. The only team we have beaten is the team that is worse, statistically and record-wise, than Florida State is.
What kind of crowd did they have? What kind of crowd was at the game?
I don't know. I didn't get to see it.
I didn't get. Did you get to watch it?
No, it was 43,711.
And it holds 60
it was probably close to the sellout because the stadium.
Yeah, the stadium's still being worked on.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. But it was homecoming too, so there was a lot of people that were there.
You want me to give the score?
Yeah, give the score. Yeah.
So it's Florida State Seminoles 41. The Charleston Southern Buccaneers, who are 1-11, by the way, are 7. So 41-7, FSU wins this game. Cromman Hook was 13 of 20, 209 yards, 3 TDs. He had a 66% quarterback rating. You had Davis that had 9 carries for 39 yards. Overall, FSU had 415 total yards, no turnovers. That's a big deal. Yeah. 20 first downs. Charleston Southern had 275 yards, 2 turnovers, 18 first downs. Time of possession went to Charleston Southern, 33 minutes and 7 seconds. Of course, FSU didn't need it that long. Charleston Southern didn't score until late in the fourth quarter. You know what that means.
There was a minute. There was a minute left in the game, and the water boy missed the tackle. So, and most of their yardages were in that first drive they had, because FSU had 2 personal fouls in the first drive that let them drive from halfway down, almost 3/4 of the way down the field.
Yeah, when you talk about their parents, that's a personal foul. So I mean,
yeah. Well, I'm just saying that I have not seen any improvement in anything they've done, you know. And when you say that the quarterback had a 60% against that type of team, I mean, that's not very good.
Right, he should be in the 80s at least. Yeah.
Right.
Rob, what's going to happen this week? What's going to happen Saturday night, 7 o'clock, when the Gators roll up in there? And they haven't played well on the road, really, compared to what they've done at home. I think Florida plays hard. They get after people. They're excited. They're pumped up. I think they're going to beat the heck out of FSU.
Y'all said earlier with Travis that it was going to be a knockdown drag out. Yeah, Florida's going to knock them down, and somebody's going to have to drag the players off the field.
Glenn, what do you think? I mean, any chance? Any chance?
Yeah,
Florida?
there's a chance. I mean, I already know the score before it starts, 0-0, so, we get it. But, no, I just, you can play it at home. Maybe they can defend at home better than they've done it this year. I'm still going to pull for them. If you don't, then,
I bet there are going to be a lot of Gators there.
I'm sure.
Gator fans.
Well, there should be.
Like you said, there's a chance, because they do ride a bus over from Gainesville, so the bus may break down. There's no telling. But, and I say all this, jokingly and everything else, but it's really not a joke. I mean, can anybody tell me where there's an improvement on any aspect except for the kickers and the field goal?
Well, I was going to tell you, you got to trust your kickers. They're always probably some of the better athletes on the team.
Right. Yeah, they're the biggest, strongest, and the fastest, right?
Well, he did score first. So,
well, some of us weren't the biggest, but I can tell you.
Fitzgerald was the first to score. So
here's my thing: is that if those guys don't get the opportunity to win an award because they didn't get enough opportunities, that's going to be on Norvell because he doesn't let them kick most of the time.
Well, it's better. Jimbo Fisher made his punter an All-American because they punted 19 times in the first quarter with Jimbo. So.
All right, we got to take a break. He's being mean to me today. He's not
okay.
One quick thing before Smitty gets mad at both of us. I was going to say,
he's already mad.
How great, how nice and everything Jimbo was. It's easy to be nice when you got $100 million in the bank.
Yeah, that's true. It's when you don't have any money, you're down your last leg. That's how you're going to treat people. That's what's matters.
That's right. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day.
You too,
all right,
Rob.
thanks, Rob. And it doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. You're poor for a reason. All right, let's talk about some great people. South Oak Time Closing, Chuck Tucker. You're talking about a wonderful man. A local company taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. They've expanded. Do what the elite realtors do. Real estate closing is no one but Chuck Tucker. Make sure you use South Oak Time Closing like the elites do. Doggone it. That Cajun place we talked about earlier, that's the place to go for Thanksgiving dinner, 10:30 to about 4:30. They're buffet style, $30 to get in, all you can eat, $25 for military personnel, $20 if you get a to-go box. Kids, all right, if you're age 4 to 11, it's $15. If you're 3 or under, you eat free. I'd call make reservations, or you can just show up. You'll have a great time. That Cajun place, I'll be there Friday, Saturday, watching all the. It starts at 2:30 on Friday. It's going to be Ole Miss, Mississippi State. That night game is Georgia versus Georgia Tech at the Cajun place. I'll be there watching the games, having a great time, eating those wings. All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Merry Christmas from Dixie to everyone tonight.
ESPN Northwest Florida, available on all your devices.
Connected.
Hear your favorite sports talk hosts.
The Coach James Hale Show.
You're listening to the Inside Drive live.
The afternoon underdog.
And your favorite teams.
Braves winning!
We're live on the app. Tune in, Alexa, ESPNPC.com, Facebook, YouTube, and in your car at 101.9 and 104.3. Wherever you go, there we are. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, some clouds and a high of 75 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south at 9 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 68. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 76. Moving into Wednesday, about the same with a high of 74 and slightly foggy in the morning and then some sun. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Emerald Coast Jiu-Jitsu is the premier jiu-jitsu academy in Bay County. Emerald Coast Jiu-Jitsu is a 6,000 square foot facility with 2 separate mat spaces, a pro shop, and a coffee bar. Jiu-Jitsu programs start at 3 years old through adult. They also provide Muay Thai, wrestling, MMA, yoga, breakdancing, street combatives, and prenatal yoga. Emerald Coast Jiu-Jitsu has been named Best of Bay for the past 2 years, has hundreds of 5-star reviews online, and 50 years combined jiu-jitsu experience. Emerald Coast Jiu-Jitsu, providing you with the best martial arts and lifestyle experience possible.
Did you know that fees associated with real estate closings are virtually the same from one title company to the next? So what sets South Oak Title apart? Effective communication, customer service, expertise, and technology. If you're buying or selling real estate, refinancing a residential or commercial property, tell your realtor you want to close with South Oak Title. South Oak Title, with locations across the Southeast, including Panama City Beach, Inlet Beach, Destin, and Fort Walton Beach. Visit them online at southoaktitle.com.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Question. Glenn will know it because Glenn is highly intelligent. Wildcat and you can guess. What?
I often do. I guess I wonder.
Losing doesn't make me want to quit. It makes me work harder.
Yes.
Who said that?
Bear Bryant.
Correct. Great job. You can close your mouth. You can close your mouth. His mouth is still open. Look at his mouth. It's still open. Did you not know that?
Well, I knew it was going to be one of three coaches.
Yeah.
What were the other two?
Say Bear Bryant.
We said that one.
Yeah.
What were the other two?
And the other two were college coaches.
It could have come out of Nick Saban's mouth. That would have been one. And
Bobby Bowden.
Bobby Bowden would have been the other, in my opinion.
I think it was Mike said that. Good morning.
Good morning.
There is a lot of stuff that comes out of his mouth.
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Boy, they slaughtered that powerhouse, didn't they?
I just got dizzy. I'm laughing too hard. Man, what's going on, Mike?
These guys out, Mike.
Not much, man. I just, Glenn Manley, listen, they're taking your name off the white wall at Murfreesboro, okay? All right?
The restroom, they repainted it?
Did they erase his number, too?
Yeah, they took his Sharpie off the wall at the Bunganut Pig in Murfreesboro. Anyway, so you think I don't know you, boy? Excuse me, Mr. Sir?
Hey, how about the East Eagles? They won 42-0 over White House, and they're playing. I hope we don't have to play Alcoa in the state championship again. We've lost to them 3 years in a row.
Well, I know that. And when I said good luck to East last 2 weeks ago or whatever, I didn't know if they were in it. I just assumed they were.
They are. And how about the Springfield Yellow Jackets there? And they pull a stunner on the beach.
Coach Boyce, it'll bring a tear to his eye. I saw them slaughtered by the Mama's Babies Academy back in like 70. Anyway, 34-0 right there on West End. But, I go back a long ways. I go back. I don't remember seeing East at the Clinic Bowl back in the 60s. I used to see Isaac Glidden. I used to see the Two Rivers. And
Coach,
which God rest their souls.
Coach Varela didn't want us to play in that because, they wouldn't support Varela's chili, so he didn't want us to play in there.
I think Coach Varela, I didn't know this, but prickly pear cactus grow in Sicily. And y'all had prickly pear cactus growing in one of the end zones there at the High Chaparral there over there in East. And I know because I had to do leg lifts on them one day when we were playing Megs. I played an integrated ball. I know you did too in a way.
Yep.
But
on the weekends, yeah.
Yeah, well, but here's the funny thing. You did get to play against the greatest basketball team in high school history, Pearl. But,
I did.
I got to be coached by a guy that played at Cameron about the same time you did. That's how different our ages are.
Yeah. I tell you
Ralph
what,
Perkins.
They beat us only by 28. I think we were closest to them anybody all year.
Well, I always forget about Fisher. I think his son or nephew or something, Lavoisier, was number 40 for the dearly beloved balls anyway. But he did not go, he was a football player. But I want to buck up the Alabama people. Had a bad weekend. I was there last week, just a mere 168 hours ago. I was where you are right now. And you've benefited a lot from it. Just think, Coach Hale, your offense is very rested coming into the Iron Bowl. Hey, Doc, I got a question. Since politics is kind of over, thank God. they had a big IBF thing up in Alabama where, Coach Hale's the Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court went to Sidney Lanier and Alabama, and then he went to Bandy Law, and I don't know how he survived that. But what is IVF?
Go ahead, Chad.
IVF or IBF?
IV, Victor.
In vitro fertilization?
In vitro. Yeah, I was always, I thought that was what it is. That's like test tube baby. And I'm getting my Russian in there here. But I was always in favor of IPF.
No.
Yeah, that's in-person fertilization. I want to think because I love those
family.
Women.
It's a family show, man. Family show.
I know. And are the kids out of school this week?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I take it all back.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Especially since you have you're the leading, radio station with homeschoolers. But I just think because otherwise they'd be listening to Bobby Bone or that Baptist minister out of Birmingham who used to,
listen, I go back
money
to
out of people in Panama City.
You remember this? Somehow I'm not. This is either good or bad, but I'm related to Fob James, so I don't know if that's good or bad.
Oh yes.
They look exactly the same in the face.
Oh, hey, so you're pulling for Auburn this week?
Yeah, man. I have
Me
to.
too. I am too. I had a great weekend, really. I mean, the Titans won. The Predators won. Troy got crushed again, unfortunately. And I think the Vols beat UTEP. I don't know. They split
barely.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, I am worried about Nashville. Let me tell you, memory, I talk historically a lot. This weather that's coming up kind of reminds me of 1982.
Yeah.
It was a bad day for Tennessee. Great day for Vandy.
Yep.
Anyway, I do not live in fear. Go Vols!
Oh, man. I hope there's some old Nashvillians listening out there because, if you ever went to a Pearl Cameron game, buddy, that was a knockdown, drag out. They had 9 officials on the floor for that game.
Wow.
Did he mention Bama? I didn't even listen
You ignored
to
him? You ignored the whole conversation?
No, I didn't want to hear it.
It was
Florida, they played lights out. You called it, Chad.
I did.
What a game. What a game. What an atmosphere.
24-17. Of course, it was tied at halftime, 14-14. And then it was tied at, going into the fourth quarter, 17-17. And then, the Gators got it done. Montrell Johnson Jr. 9-yard run to put the Gators ahead.
Go Gators!
And with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the game. And Ole Miss still couldn't get it done. Gators defense too much for them. Dart through those last 2 passes.
Did you see the one into triple coverage?
Yes.
I mean,
that was the last one.
Glenn, there was not a Ole Miss receiver within 10 yards of the ball.
I told you he had a concussion.
I think you might have been right. He did get hit hard. Remember?
Well, I think part of it was his receiver wasn't reading what he was reading. I think there was a little bit of that. But, let's face it. Jackson Dart at the end of that game threw 2 back-to-back interceptions. One of them was dropped and called incomplete, right? But then the next one, an interception. Sealed the game.
I think Glenn was right. I said, I'm going to get hit again. I'm getting rid of the ball. I don't care where it goes.
Ole Miss outgained Florida. Ole Miss had 464
They
total
outgained
yards.
everybody. They got no more offense in college football.
Florida had 345 yards. Ole Miss, though, had 3 turnovers. Florida had 1. First downs go to Ole Miss, 24. Florida had 19 first downs. DJ Lagway, 10. Let me back up. 10 of 17, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jackson Dart, 24 of 41, 323 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also 2 interceptions.
That kid is going to be unbelievable.
Lagway.
I mean, he is. He's going to be something special.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can stay healthy.
Yeah, hopefully he can.
Gators are back, baby.
I think they'd have played Georgia a better game if he were healthy.
Yep. Oh yeah, I think they win that game if he's healthy. I really do.
So the Gators defense.
Take that, Glenn Manley.
Gators defense, especially fourth quarter. Man, they were there to play.
Yeah, they probably have improved more than any team out there from week 1 until now. And just and look at the injuries they've had.
Look at Auburn's improving. Florida's improving.
Auburn gave away 3 football. They just said, "Here, take it. We don't want it." 3 of them. Good job, you.
Yeah. but they're starting to win again, and I mean,
they ain't
not
done.
giving up.
They're not done.
Yeah.
They went, the Auburn game. They came back and drove down there, all the way down there, and the guy missed a field goal.
Yeah.
I was like, it wasn't a long one either.
Tell you what, man, I cannot wait. 7 o'clock. It's going to be an ESPN2, Florida at FSU. I'm just going to see, in rivalry games, usually you show up and play. Right. You play a different level, and you shouldn't. You should always play every game the same, but they're human.
Yeah. Well, most of these.
If FSU doesn't.
Right. Yeah.
They're going to get killed if they don't play hard.
Those guys play against each other all year, too. I mean,
they're going to get after it. They'll get after it. Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting football game. All right, let's talk to some of our great people. We love paparazzi. Glenn loves the place. I do, too. He just doesn't share like I do. Go down there and try it out. Try the bakery out, too. My goodness, if you love cakes like I do, they've got paradise cake, chocolate cake,
muffins, donuts,
puddings. They got it all, man. They got everything down there. It's incredible. But the pizza's unbelievable. They got a bar in there, too. You can watch all the games being played anytime. Go check it out. Paparazzi Pizza on Thomas Drive. Go get you a pizza today. Lunch special every single day. Get you two. I'm talking it's like a whole pizza, really. 2 slices for $11 some change and a drink. Take somebody with you. That's all you need. Believe me, that's all you will need. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski will be here tomorrow. We're going to talk about the Buckeyes, how dominating they're becoming. They look good. They've overcome injuries. The Buckeyes are looking good right now. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, 2 great locations, 23rd Street, Pier Park. Dr. Ward, the legend, he was happy. I saw a picture of him and his daughter. They were at the game, the Florida Ole Miss game. And he also picked Florida to win that ball game. Good pick by the Dr. Ward. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. If it doesn't look right, feel right, go see him. It takes 5 minutes and it can save your life. Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Pat, love you, brother. Wednesday special, 10 wings inside for $9.99. They got the 10 for 10 going on every day. Another great place to go watch college football Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, well, not Sunday, but actually there'll be some games Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Big weekend of college football. Cannot wait. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. We'll be right back with Wildcat. That song, Christmas and Dixie, unbelievable.
Another tender Tennessee Christmas.
I'm crying. That one's for Joanne.
It's the only Christmas for me where the love circles around.
Take ESPN Northwest Florida with you everywhere you go.
Anytime, anyplace, anywhere.
The sports talk and live play-by-play doesn't have to end when you get out of the car. The ESPN Northwest Florida app streams your favorite sports talk hosts and the biggest games in ultra-high fidelity.
This is of utmost importance in travel.
Take the sports talk monster with you anywhere you go. Available for Android and iPhone.
Use it anywhere or any place. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, some clouds and a high of 75 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south at 9 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 68. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 76. Moving into Wednesday, about the same with a high of 74 and slightly foggy in the morning and then some sun. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hello, this is Rick Vossen with RV of Panama City, your local Stormore portable building dealer, located at 2241 East Baldwin Road. Shopping for a garage, portable building, cabin? We build them anywhere from 8 to 16 foot wide, 10 feet to 60 feet long. We can do insulation, electricity, transom dormers, thermal windows. Come, let's customize a building together. Rick Vossen, Stormore Portable Building Dealer, Panama City.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Here at Panama City Toyota, Toyotathon is on, where you can get refined design and 3.99% APR on a new Camry, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Enjoy the ride in a new Corolla and get 3.99% plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Or stand out in a new RAV4 and get 3.99% APR. Good cheer and great deals. Toyotathon at Panama City Toyota.
Offer expires December 2nd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com.
Put down your natural light. It's time for the Alabama Update. The Alabama Update, weekday mornings at 8. On the Coach James Hale Show at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
9 years. Roll Tide. Not. Alabama did not roll. They struggled.
It was low tide.
It was low.
It was definitely low tide.
Low tide.
And it stinks.
But I tell you what's a high tide? Stevenson Air Conditioning. All the time. They do. They never lose. They always win. They're nothing but winners, says Bear Bryant. They do a great job. They truly do. You want to get a service. The cold weather is here. This weekend it's going to be down in the 30s, I believe. Isn't it correct? Yeah, 30s, 40s coming this weekend. So I think it's Friday it starts turning. Maybe I can't remember now. We'll talk more about tomorrow. We'll give the Wildcat weather update tomorrow.
In our next break, we have a weather forecast coming.
Oh, good. I want to tell you what, your selections, last two songs are incredible. Getting the holiday spirit. Makes you miss your family, Christmas time. I miss Glenn. I wish he was around. It won't be much longer. Anyway.
Ouch.
Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. Get it serviced. It'll last longer, save you money your power bill. Any problems, anytime, day or night, you call Stevenson, Alabama. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Alabama, fans are upset with the head football coach, with his staff. Alabama lost to a 5-5 Oklahoma football team that struggled on offense the entire year. Oklahoma destroys Alabama 24-3. Alabama was outcoached, Alabama was outclassed, and Alabama got embarrassed.
Well, they were out practiced too, because I think Oklahoma had 2 weeks to prepare for them. So.
Yes, and I talked about that. I said you got 2 weeks. This guy's a great defensive coach.
Exactly.
They're going to take away what you do best, and that's Milroe run the football. They took it away. I think he had 7 total yards at best.
They made him one-dimensional. They did. And the way you make Milroe one-dimensional is kind of how you did it when Hurts played for Alabama, too. You blitz them, you have spies, you change it up so that they don't know what they're looking at, and you contain them, you make them flee the pocket and be off balance all the time when they're about to throw, even though they can throw the ball. They don't do a very good job of it on the run. And that's what Brent Venables did. Does that sum it up?
He took away what Alabama did. And Alabama, we talked about last week, can they adjust? Can they adjust when they're at Vandy? No. Can they adjust at Tennessee when they threw the ball fit? No.
And
this
two
staff does not do a good job making halftime adjustments. They don't do a good in-game changes, I think. Yeah. That's just my opinion.
What did you think about the 2 interceptions? To me, those guys were playing robber. That's what they were playing. They knew the play was coming.
They were scouted.
Yeah.
Again, 2 weeks getting ready. They know what Alabama does. What's embarrassing to me, what bothers me, and it's just an opinion. We all have opinions. I'm not saying we're right or wrong, but you got 2 great running backs that hardly ever touched the football. When we went trips with the tight end, just hand the ball as a little zone play, we picked up 7 yards, 8 yards, and then we get away from it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Oklahoma ran basically 4 plays, and that's it.
Yeah.
They ran the quarterback. They ran a little zone play with him, a little keeper play with him, and they let the running backs run jet. They just did 4 things. They were not a threat to beat you throwing the ball. So what do? We still line up in a 6-man front the entire game instead of putting 8 men in the box and saying, you know what, you guys aren't that great of a passing team. All your receivers are hurt. We're going to make you throw the ball to beat us. And we did not do that. A couple times we did. Now, I'll take that back. A couple times they jumped in there and loaded the box up. But why would you not do that the entire game, Glenn? You know what they're doing is run the ball 90% of the time. They wanted to keep Milroe off the field, keep Bama's off the field, and they did a great job with that.
Was it sometime I think he does the West Coast defense instead of the West Coast.
And the West Coast offense, too, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the thing is, he's in a different league. He needs to understand what's going to happen. So, I mean,
you got to bring, I really, the feeling, whether this is right or wrong, he's coming from that Pac-12 mentality where you can just, line up every down, do what you do, and the other team has to worry about what you're doing. You get in the SEC, and if you don't change something about what you're doing, they're going to have your number every weekend. I mean, it can be Vandy, it can be Auburn, it can, it can be Oklahoma, mediocre Oklahoma team.
I was complaining earlier about receivers dropping passes, and it was really hard on the FSU throughout the year. Well, Bama, they just had a bad night. They're tied in number 81, dropped 2 passes right in his hand.
But
He didn't block.
hit him in the face mask. The ball's thrown here,
block anybody.
not out in front of him.
When he ran a little counter play, he was leading for the quarterback. He didn't block any. He didn't have a very good game. They put 80 in the ball game, the backup tight end. He did a good job. He caught the passes. It's just Alabama's offensive line could not pass but protect. They didn't do a great job either knock people off the ball. And this is what's sad. You, Alabama, and you got it. You win 2 games. You're the host team of the SEC championship. You're in. You got a chance to play for that, have a bye, go to the Sugar Bowl, and you knew that. You line up against a 5-5 team, Oklahoma, that had 2 weeks prepared for you. Now you got a 5-6 Auburn team getting ready to come in there that wants to go to a bowl game. And the truth, to the bottom line, across the board, Alabama was not the most physical football team on the field. Oklahoma was. Alabama's soft on defense. Alabama's soft across the board. And that goes back to the way you prepare. Florida Gators were soft in the beginning of the year. Billy Napier talked about it. They changed what they did in practice, especially Wednesday. They got after it on Wednesday. Saban used to have a day they got after it. I don't know how they practice. I don't know if you worry about people being injured or what. But Alabama did not look prepared for Oklahoma's offense. They weren't prepared for Oklahoma's defense. Oklahoma was prepared and Alabama wasn't. Last time Alabama lost, only scored 3 points. Well, let me go back to this. Last time Alabama lost 3 games in the regular season was back in 2010. Alabama lost to Vandy. Alabama lost to Tennessee, and now Alabama loses to Oklahoma. That's your 3 losses on the year. Milroe passing the ball, he was 11 of 26 for 164 yards. No touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and the one that really broke our back was a pick 6. Oklahoma, Arnold, he only threw the ball, and that Glenn, in a major college football game, Oklahoma's not running the wishbone anymore. He threw the ball 11 times. The entire game.
11 times.
Completed 9 for only 68 yards.
How many times did he run it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
and do you think a 4-2 front stops a running attack? No,
nope.
It doesn't. Anyway, again, them not loading the ball. I'll get off that. Let's go to the statistics. Milroe ran the ball, I think this is right, 12 times for 45 yards. Oklahoma, Arnold ran the ball 25. Here, you want to know how many times run it? 25 times, 131 yards. Okay, 131 yards. Receivers, Bernard of Alabama, 4 for 60 yards. Oklahoma Sharp, 2 for 21. The bottom line, Alabama couldn't stop Oklahoma's running attack, and Oklahoma stopped Alabama running attack, or the Milroe attack. Because I think we made poor decision, poor play calling. We could have ran our running backs and picked up positive yards. A lot of the plays were like quarterback draws, and they got penetrations and stopped it. They got in the lanes and stopped it. They were coached well. They did a good job. But when we lined up in just like a tight end and spread them out with trips or one back, whatever, and run the running back, the zone play, we had positive plays. We got away from it. Total offense, Alabama had only, this is pitiful, 234 yards against a 5-5 football team. Oklahoma had 328 yards. Turnovers, Alabama turned it over 3 times. That killed us. Oklahoma only turned the ball over 1. First downs, Alabama only had 13. Oklahoma had 18. Time of possession, Oklahoma had, this is what they wanted to do, keep Alabama's offense on the sideline. 34 minutes and 11 seconds. Alabama had the ball 25 minutes and 49 seconds. Team pass, Alabama's 11 of 26, 164, 3 interceptions, averaged 6.6 yards per reception, 1 pick 6. Oklahoma threw the ball 12 times for 9 completions, 68 yards. They averaged 5.7 yards per reception. Nothing big there. Alabama rushed the ball as a team 30 times for 70 yards. 30 times for 70 yards. They averaged 2.3 yards per play. Oklahoma ran the ball 49 times for 260 yards. They averaged 5.3 yards per carry, 2 rushing touchdowns. 6 different Alabama receivers touched the ball for 11 receptions for 164 yards. They averaged 14.9, the receivers did. Oklahoma had 5 different receivers catch 9 passes for 68 yards. They averaged 6.6, the receivers did. Oklahoma only punted the ball 3 times. Great, give them credit. Give them credit. Oklahoma had a great scheme. And I said they would. That head football coach had to deal with his wife having cancer again. She's in New York. He was dealing with all kind of different things. It was senior night. Those kids were pumped up. It was like the Super Bowl for Oklahoma. The place was electric. They stormed the field after the ball game. They were prepared for a football game. A 5-5 football team was prepared to win another game to get to a bowl game. A team that was 8-2, ranked 7th in the country, that knew they could make the playoffs will win these games. The next two games against a 5-5 team and a 5-6 team could go play in Atlanta for the SEC championship and make the playoffs. That team was not prepared. When you coach at the University of Alabama and you go looking at this in a big ball game against a team that's unranked, that's 5-5, and you get embarrassed like that, you don't stay the head football coach at Alabama for a long time. That's just a fact. If he loses to Auburn, it's going to get ugly. Now, he's back next year, no doubt about that. I think he's a good man. I think he's a good coach. It's like the first year's your hardest. Like you pointed out, he's never coached in the SEC before. He's finding things out. But if you're not physical, if you're not a physical football team, you're not going to survive in the SEC. And I could imagine, and it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you, because if this football team had to travel to Columbus or Penn State, and we're running this spread offense in 30, 40-degree snow or whatever, we wouldn't move the football across the field. We're not a physical football team anymore. We're a softball football team, and that's the way you practice. We have got to get more physical. We got to run downhill and let that big offense line come off the field. Auburn did it. Auburn ran the ball last week, and it won. Remember, Auburn was doing the same stuff, too. They were throwing the ball on the field, not letting Hunter run the ball, and it was costing them. They woke up and made adjustments. We hadn't made the adjustments yet. Now, a big thing about this game that's going to hurt us the rest of the year, Lawson, our best linebacker, the kick and play, great speed, lateral movement, really good ball player. He's also a great person. He's a captain of the football team, first-round draft pick, projected. He got hurt early in the ball game. It looks like he's out for the year. That's a big blow. All right, we'll talk more about Bama tomorrow. We get back, we'll talk about Auburn's big win at Jordan-Hare. Chad, what's the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com or robotmd.com.
Okay, Turf Pro Pest Control. You want your yard to look beautiful. It can happen. Call Patrick. Will Pat be here today at 8:30? I'm not sure. I hope he will. Turf Pro Pest Control, number one, not even close. I want some jewelry. Where are we going?
If you want that one of a kind, I should say, piece of jewelry for Christmas, just in time for Christmas, go check out David Adamson Designer Jewelry, Highway 77 in Lynn Haven, new Saturday hours, 10 to 2. Their holiday inventory is in. David Adamson himself is still in the store, brought a whole big bunch of stuff from Spain, so you can get one-of-a-kind jewelry made right there. Get your jewelry repaired or trade it, buy it. Get it insured, get it appraised, whatever you need, they do it all. David Adamson, Designer Jewelry, Highway 77.
I am pumped up about this, and we'll have more about this going forward. It's getting closer and closer. Local 115 on Harrison Avenue, getting ready to open up, and we'll tell you the grand opening when it will be. It's an oyster bar with a sports theme. This is going to be incredible. Oysters, crab cakes, steamed seafood, gumbo, soups, salads, wings, ice cold beer, wine, nothing fried. It's kind of a healthier option. It's going to be open for lunch and dinner, and we will start being down there in December. Packed every Saturday. That's where we're going to be eating lunch. The place is incredible. Vandergrift, legendary family, and they got some partnership with us, but it's going to be something special. I cannot wait to see the picture of Glenn Manley in the bathroom. It's incredible. Every time you go to wash your hands, you can look up and see Glenn.
Scary.
It is. Let's put it this way. It excites a lot of people.
And he's got his gloves on.
That's right. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN.
Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say.
This just in. Get the latest sports news, scores, and updates from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes action, live streams, and the chance to interact with your favorite hosts.
Stay connected. Stay connected. Stay connected.
Join the conversation on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Search for ESPN Northwest Florida and crush the follow button.
I follow you on social media.
We're always here to keep you in the game.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, some clouds and a high of 75 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south at 9 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 68. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 76. Moving into Wednesday, about the same with a high of 74 and slightly foggy in the morning and then some sun. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hey folks, Chris Kramer with Bill Kramer GM. And the best place to listen to the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is inside a brand new vehicle from Bill Kramer GM. And I want you to know we've got 10 times the amount of inventory on the ground as we did this time last year, and darn near all of them are discounted. So shop us online at BillKramerGM.com or visit us the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd. We'll make it easy and take great care of you.
Welcome to our 38-year anniversary at Alford Tire and Service Center, your local leader of automotive and tire service. Here at Alford Tire and Service Center, we do a full line of shocks, struts, brakes, AC repair, as well as being your authorized Goodyear and Michelin dealer. Let our friendly staff and skilled mechanics service your car or truck and get you back on the road in a timely fashion. Combined with easy financing, backed by our nationwide warranty, we've got you covered no matter where you go. Located on Tyndall Parkway in beautiful Callaway, we do it all at Alford Tire and Service Center.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Eagle! Hey, Martha, Kenny, Jenna, James, and that grandbaby. Hey, Ward, damn Eagle. I tell you what, voodoo Saturday night. Dick Saban said the place is haunted. It is. You ever been to a game at Auburn, especially at night? It's special.
Now they're calling it the haunted house.
Yeah, it should be. Breaking news. Ty Jackson, this is from Mark McLeod, the 91st best player in the country, Okeechobee, I think it's from Okeechobee, linebacker, just committed to the Florida Gators. Go Gators, starting to win, starting to get some good players in there. That's a good job.
Pick them up, yep.
Wow, he's a player now. That's a great. All right, Auburn, big win, four overtimes. Auburn 43, Texas A&M 41. Now, if Texas A&M beats Texas, I think they still go to the SEC championship game, and they'll have 3 losses? Is that right? 3 losses, and they'll get a bye week. They'll get to go play in a major bowl and not have to play first round with 3 losses. If you're a champion, no matter what your record, if you're a champion, you get to do this. Now, if Texas beats them, Texas will go play Georgia in the SEC championship. Not this Saturday, but Saturday week, 3 o'clock on ABC. Thorne, wow, he's gotten better and better as the years going on. Remember, there was talk about making quarterback change. There was talk about is he going to play, is he not going to play. He's done a great job. Last 2 games, Auburn's looked really good on the offense side of the ball. Thorne hit 19 of 31 passes for 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, and just 1 interception. A&M's quarterback Reed, he threw the ball 35 times, completed 22 for 297 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Here is the key of the game. Auburn, Hunter, ran I said let him run 25 times a game. He ran the ball 28 times for 130 yards, 3 touchdowns. Daniels for A&M ran the ball 27 times for 90 yards, 1 touchdown. Coleman led Auburn receivers, the true freshman 5-star. Glenn, the kid's a player. 7 receptions, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. A&M Thompson, he had 5 receptions, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. Total offense, Auburn, 469 yards. Listen to this. Texas A&M, 464. 5 yards difference. Auburn beat them by 5 yards. Turnovers, only 1 for Auburn. That's good. Don't need any, but that's better. Texas A&M turned the ball over once. First downs, Auburn had 22. Texas A&M had 28. Time of possession, Auburn had the ball 23 minutes and 25 seconds. Texas A&M had the ball a lot. 36 minutes and 35 seconds. Team pass, Auburn is a team, same thing I talked about earlier, 301 total yards. Thorne's the only one that threw the football. They averaged 9.7 yards per reception, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. A&M, same quarterback the whole game. They averaged 5.8 yards per reception, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Team rushing, Auburn ran the ball 41 times. Good job. 41 times for 168 yards. They averaged 4.1 yard per carry. They rushed 3 touchdowns. A&M ran the ball 52 times. They had 167 yards. They only averaged 3.2 yards per carry. They had 2 touchdowns. Wide receivers, Auburn had 7 different receivers have 9 receptions for 301 yards. The receivers averaged 15.8 per reception, 2 touchdowns. A&M has 7 different receivers touch the football. They 22 receptions. They averaged 13.5 and 3 touchdowns. Punting, Auburn punted the ball 5 times. They averaged 3.4. A&M punted the ball 4 times. They averaged 43 yards. That was the only kind of negative thing. Auburn's punt flipping the field.
He shanked one time.
Yeah, they didn't flip the field like they needed to.
Shankopotamus.
The key to the ball game, Auburn starting quickly, getting the crowd behind them. Boy, did they. It was 21-0 before you knew it. They were hitting big plays all over the field. Then it goes into 4 overtimes. Auburn gets it done. Huge win. Auburn 1 game away from being bowl eligible. Auburn was a physical football team, especially on the defense side of the ball. They gave up a lot of yards, but the defense played, I thought they played well. They gave up some big plays. They made some big plays. It was a very physical football game. People were getting knocked around, dragged around, and run around. It was a good game. What did you think, Lynn?
I enjoyed it. The only thing was I thought, right there, when the A&M tied it up, then Auburn drives it all the way back down there, and the guy missed a little. It wasn't a very long field goal, but they've had problems all year with the field goal team.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see they came away after. When you get into the third and the fourth time, it's only the 2-point play. So that's pretty dangerous. You either do it or you don't.
Do you like it that way? You like it?
No, but I tell you what, I would say
it ends the game quicker.
It does, but because you don't want to go the 17 overtimes. But I would think you would go maybe 3 or the 4th round or something. But still, that's a lot of plays for players to be out there. So,
Chad, what did you think about the ball game?
I thought Auburn held on. I mean, I thought they were going to pull them away, with the first 3 touchdowns and it being 21-0.
But see, that's the thing with making adjustments.
Right.
And they made some adjustments on the fly.
And that Texas A&M coach, he's a good coach. He knows how to make adjustments.
He was a defensive coordinator before for Jimbo.
Yeah.
So before
and to be fair and balanced to them, the guy, their 2-point play hit him right in the hands. Yeah. He just dropped the ball.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I saw more drop passes.
He should have caught that pass. Yeah.
I don't know what it was yesterday. I'm talking about across the board, Kansas, Colorado, all the games I watched. People drop passes.
Yeah.
I mean, big-time drops. Auburn shocks everybody. Beats Texas A&M 4 overtimes, 43-41. 21-0 was huge. 4 overtimes. Thorne that win the ball game. Who did he hit? He had, I think, a Lambert Smith 2-point play. Auburn wins. We just talked about A&M dropping the ball, and then it would have gone to another overtime. But I will say this, Glenn. I would have Hunter run the ball down there. I'd have ran him even a tall sweep. I'd have had the ball in his hand some way. They did kind of use him. They put him in motion. They got a linebacker out of the middle. Then they hit Lambert Smith in the back of the end zone for the 2-point play. Good design play.
It was a good catch, too. It wasn't right.
Did you see the timeout? Hugh Freeze was talking. The guy calling the game, too, says, I think I would make sure Hunter touches the football. I was thinking the same thing. He's talking to him. I'm sure they got people in the box watching everything that's going on. They do. They look at everything. And I kind of thought he would get the ball. And he talked to him, and sure enough, he goes in motion. The linebacker goes with him, and he hits right where the linebacker left, right over the linebacker's head.
Exactly. Yeah.
I got to give Hugh Freeze credit for that play call. Yeah, great job. Cam Coleman had over 100 yards receptions. Lambert had over 100 yards. Lambert Smith had over 104 yards receptions. Iron Bowl's up next. If Auburn wins, Auburn goes to a bowl game. If this game was being played in Auburn, it would get ugly. I think they would put it on Alabama. The game being played in Bama, and usually when you play poorly one week, you play better the next week. I'm not sure about this Bama team, though. We'll talk more about that
I just don't know which one's going to show up.
I tell you what, I think Auburn's a more physical football team. I like Auburn. SEC, the SEC Nation will be at the Alabama-Auburn game. They'll get there. It'll go live. Marty McGree, I think, comes on at 8, and then the game, the SEC Nation starts on TV at 9 o'clock. Kickoff time is at 2:30 on ABC. At one time, it said kickoff will be 40 degrees. Now I think they're saying it's going to be like 50 degrees, and it's going to drop when the sun starts going. It's going to be a cold game. It'll be cold up in Tuscaloosa for the Iron Bowl. Now, SEC Nation will be there, but ESPN game day will be at the big one at night. Texas A&M versus Texas. ESPN will be there. Saban, their crew will be there. That's the game I want to see, that night game. I'm going to have two TVs going on, that one and FSU in Florida. A&M hates Texas. I've called it all year. I'm going to stick with it. A&M's going to upset Texas. I really think that.
Well, I mean, you've said it before, too, that Texas's schedule, I mean, until they met Georgia, they hadn't really had that toughest schedule. And A&M's a tough...
You pointed it out.
Yeah, A&M's a tough team. They're
tested.
They're very well tested.
And you saw Ole Miss with a lot more talent in Florida get beat.
Exactly.
You saw Alabama lose to, and they're more talented. You saw that across the board this week.
Yeah, like I said, there's 13 upsets.
I think
Colorado.
The Alabama loss is Brent Venables. 2 weeks to prepare. He knew exactly what to do on defense.
More damn Eagle.
And then Bama made zero adjustments to that, I felt like.
Well, I always make adjustments in my house. I want these to look beautiful, especially if I'm having a lot of people coming over for a party. I want the yard to look gorgeous. I want the house to look good.
But you had your party at night.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Glenn.
Street lights. That's where the landscape lighting comes in.
That's right.
Help us out, Pat.
There you go, Pat.
Patrick, Turpro Pest Control. They were there for me in my time of need. For my Trump party, the election party.
You're still growing.
He came over, the yard was looking beautiful.
Marvelous.
Didn't he not do a great job?
Is that weeds growing out of your ears?
Patrick was outside actually working at night when y'all were there. You didn't see him. He was everywhere.
I had the camouflage on.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's the best way to get up with you?
Call us at 850-890-5820 or look us up on Turpro PC on Facebook.
Are you calling the upset right now? FSU gets it done. They beat Florida.
Oh, my heart wants to tell you, yeah, but if I was putting money, no.
You got kind of quiet there for a second.
Well, there's realism and fanism.
Hey, get down to the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. And for all your real estate needs, there's only one place to go. That's with Chuck Tucker and South Oak Tile and Closing. They're number one. For all heating and cooling and creature comforts, it's Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason's crew, locals taking care of locals, they do a great job. Call them up anytime, they're there for you. El Rodeo, Tequila Bar and Grill, the best happy hour out there. I'll be there Wednesday night. Buy one, get one free. Great Mexican food. Lunch special Monday through Friday. When the games are being played, $5 pitchers. Go check it out. Great place. People having birthday parties there left. I mean, it's the place to have birthday parties. Beautiful, big facility. Right across the street from the Navy base. And the legend is in here with us this morning. Listen to him every Monday right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. He just completed his 25th year on Bay County sidelines. No one throughout, heck, I don't know anybody anywhere in the state of Florida has done what he's done taking care of athletes. He'll take care of anybody. You don't have to be a great athlete. You can have a manly body and go in there and he'll take care of you. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Evolution in Sports Talk Radio. We're back! On 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Afternoon Underdog.
Hello.
The only live afternoon show in Panama City where you can win fantastic prizes from amazing local businesses every day.
That's right.
4 to 6 weekdays. The Afternoon Underdogs.
It's mayhem.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whether you're an experienced investor or first-time buyer, Beach House will provide you with top-notch service to guide you through every step of the process. We make the real estate process fun and easy through effective marketing, strategic advertising, and always a client-focused experience. From single-family homes to full-scale developments, Beach House Sales Development has you covered. Check them out at beachhousesalesfl.com or give them a call at 850-919-3500.
Tired of flipping through channels and finding nothing good?
and
Introducing Lucid Stream TV. Get over 2,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN Plus, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch local network channels from most major markets throughout the country. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. It's more than sports. Lucid Stream TV offers premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Stars, 200-plus entertainment and news networks, or watch 10,000 movies on demand, including recent theater releases. Just $41.99 a month when you use the ESPN-NW promo code at checkout. Watch on up to 5 devices at the same time. Perfect for sharing with family and friends. Lucid Stream TV gives you everything you want for less. Cut the cord, not the fun. To score Lucid Stream TV, go to ESPNPC.com and click on the Lucid Stream TV logo.
He has a really low passenger rating on Uber. He punched a magician and started a petition to remove the penny from circulation.
like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael studio.
Is he sane? I have no idea.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
What catch me in Man's World?
That's going to be on your album, isn't it?
Glenn produced that. Nothing. That's a great song. That's a great song. Just do what you're told, you'll be all right.
Yeah, Coach. Just do what you're told.
Next year, we're going to have a lawyer on here to defend all your...
Hey, you know my...
like MSNBC.
Have you seen the charts, how that's my album has shot up? It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the hottest selling things. I'll probably buy a mansion off that one album.
Thank you, Walker.
Wait till the live video comes out.
Yeah, the video with it's really good. You're in it, Chad.
April 1st.
Did you see the somebody posted it, they show these guys just beating that crap out of each other, and it's a Georgia Bulldog laying there taking a picture of Oklahoma. It has a guy beating him, but if it's Oklahoma, and the guy getting beat up is Alabama. The guy taking a picture laughing is Georgia. It was cool, man. Pat's with us this morning. Pat, what do you think about FSU, Florida? Huge football game. Florida's playing hard, man. Florida looks good. They're peaking at the right time of the year. They're bowl eligible. They're going to be going to a bowl game. Is there any way FSU, do they show up and Glenn thinks they're going to show up and fight. Is it going to be a good game or not?
Well, is there any way? Yes, it's in Tallahassee. It's going to be cold like everywhere else. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Florida State still has enough offensive firepower, even making the switch to Luke this past game. He's going to see stuff he hadn't seen before by the Florida defense. So, I mean, as a fan, I think they can pull an upset. But if I was betting the house, no. And I don't think it'll be that close of a game, honestly. I think Florida would probably cover the spread.
See, I asked somebody else in this room that same question. They didn't really want to answer it. They were kind of ugly towards me. I'm not going to mention his name.
Well, there was...
He is a legend, though.
Now, here was some interesting stuff.
He's in the Hall of Fame at Bay High School, though.
So, during the game this past weekend, some of the play calls were completely different. They were rolling Chromonoke out. They didn't keep him in the pocket. They didn't run as many bubble screens. I think they ran 3 for the game. There was a lot of different routes being run, so it did look a little bit different offensively. But you also showed some of your hand to the Florida defense for some of the stuff to prepare for. But they had to do that, and it took a while for Luke to kind of really get the offense moving. The first half was kind of people wanted to go to sleep. And then they come out in the second half, and it was 14 points right off the bat. And Norville did what he always does. He pulled the reins back immediately. And I'm one of those. I'm a little different than some of the guys. I'm like, don't pull the reins back. Let them play. Let the horses start running. Get as much confidence as you can.
Fired up, too. Absolutely.
To believe they can. But, I mean, even last year he would do that in games. So But there's a lot of interesting stuff coming here in the next week and a half out of Florida State that's going to.
What's the rumors? Tell us something. Make it up.
Well, make it up. Well, the leading offensive coordinator is going to be Brennan Marion out of UNLV.
That'd be a good one.
I believe that if he doesn't take a head coaching job, he is your offensive coordinator. With that, it also they got a 4-star commit this weekend that flipped. He will be visiting for the Florida game. He was there this past weekend on an unofficial, but this is an official. That's the Sperry kid. He's going to be there. It's kind of interesting in the quarterback room. There's some stuff that some Florida State fans aren't going to want to hear. If DJ gets his medical red shirt, he will be at Florida State next year. I spoke with him personally after the game.
Wow.
Talked with Luke after the game. Luke was super excited about his playing, and but I've had conversations with him the whole season. So, it was almost funny watching his dad, because his dad had a smile on his face after the game that would have slapped somebody behind him. But yeah, there was. They win a game. They're upbeat after the game. A lot of the guys are sitting there, but immediately after the game, the whole focus is on Florida. When they come out of the tunnel, coming out, going to the dorms, that's all they wanted to talk about was Florida, not about the game they just played, which to me was
that's a
big thing.
That's good. Yeah. So maybe we'll see them play with like they haven't played all year. And you pointed that out. It's a rival game. Glenn said they're going to get after them. So
those guys play against each other in high school. So
Now Florida State did play some wide receivers that had significant playing time that have not played the entire year that looked really good. There's a true freshman that played this past weekend. I can't remember his name. Speed.
Yeah.
He's probably the fastest receiver on the team. He was open a few times. They missed him. They ran some plays. The inexperience of Luke not playing as much missed wide open receivers on several places where it was the first time all year I've seen a receiver with nobody within 10 yards of him.
Let me ask you this. You said it's going to be cold Friday. Have you looked and seen what the temperature is going to be?
The low is supposed to be 35 Saturday night.
Man, it's going to be a cold reception for the Gators.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now, the high during the day is like 61. That's what the weather's saying now.
Did you say that Gators don't move around very quickly in cold weather?
You said that.
Yeah.
He has a way of getting you trapped.
It is a known fact among the animal world.
I can't wait, man. That game we play on ESPN2, kickoff time, I believe it's 7.
7 Eastern.
7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock our time.
Correct.
Looking forward to that. At the same time, that game's on. I hate they have so many great games on at the same time. 11 o'clock. Let me go with Let me go to the rundown of the SEC. Friday. Now, Friday's a big game. Black Friday. Go shop if you want. I'll be at the Cajun place. 2:30 kickoff. Mississippi State at Ole Miss on ABC. And right after that ball game, you're going to have the Georgia watch out, Bulldogs. I'm telling you now, watch out. This is going to be a competitive football game. It will not shock me if Georgia gets upset. Georgia at home versus Georgia Tech, 6:30 on ABC. Then Saturday morning, get it rolling. Tennessee at Vandy, 11 o'clock ABC. Louisville at Kentucky Wildcats, 11 o'clock on the SEC Network.
Definitely going to watch that.
I want to see. This might be the best game all day. South Carolina at Clemson in a huge football game.
That's going to be a great game.
Yes, sir. 11 o'clock
who you
on
got?
ESPN.
Who you got for that game?
It's at Clemson. It's hard to beat Dabo there. I got to think more about this one. If I had to pick right now, I'd pick South Carolina.
I would too.
Right
off the top. Yeah.
I'll let you know the fourth quarter. Auburn at Alabama, 2:30 kickoff. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a cold game. Alabama, I like Auburn. I'll tell you right now, I like Auburn. Arkansas at Missouri, 2:30 kickoff on the SEC Network. Arkansas is already bowl eligible, so is Missouri. Oklahoma at LSU. All these great games. 3 games in a row that I want to watch that I could probably say at Cajun place. Oklahoma at LSU, 6 o'clock on ESPN. Florida at Florida State, 6 o'clock on ESPN2. And then the big one on ABC, Texas at Texas A&M, 6:30 kickoff. And then December 7th, the SEC Championship game, 3 o'clock kickoff on ABC.
You left out Vanderbilt, Tennessee. It's Saturday at 11 a.m. Vandy is hosting the Nothing Sucks Like a Big Orange. So,
hey, speaking of Vandy, everybody needs to follow the Pavia lawsuit. He has sued the NCAA over
stay
his
another year. Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually 2 years. He has sued the NCAA, and I feel like he's going to have a good thing because the junior colleges are not associated with the NCAA, and the NCAA rule states 4 years of eligibility in the NCAA. If he wins this lawsuit, he will have 2 more years of eligibility, but every junior college player will not use their 4 years at the NCAA when they go to junior college.
Yeah.
That is a huge lawsuit that will be determined probably before springtime.
Wow. Do you think he's got a chance of winning?
Yes. By the rules.
Interesting. You know, his whole claim is that, you know, everything's changed with the NIL and that, you know, he's basically losing money by not being able to have those two additional years.
That are not, and this is where the lawsuit, when you read it, the NCAA is its own organization, and it does not recognize junior college.
Interesting.
Ooh. There's a big loophole.
And that's the big rule that his lawyer has hinged everything on. And then him losing money actually puts punitive damages and everything else.
Exactly.
But his chance to make it NFL are slim to none.
Slim, yeah. So he wants to make all the money he can in the
Can't see over the
What is the deal here?
NCAA.
He's really short. He can't see over the line.
Let's put him at kicker.
Hey, Glenn,
You can't-
Glenn, come sit in my lap.
And you can't see him in the huddle either. So, I mean, yeah.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Patrick, again, what's the best way to get up with you?
On Facebook at Turf Pro PC. Look us up on turfpropestcontrol.com or call us on our local number, 850-890-5820.
Don't forget now, Thanksgiving, if you don't want to cook, you want to go to a great restaurant, have great food, atmosphere second to none, go to that Cajun place. They're going to have a buffet style. It's going to be something special. Get there, start arriving at 10:30. They're going to start seating people around 10:30. They'll probably quit sitting people around 4:30, but if you're lined up waiting, they'll probably let you in. But anyway, it's $30 a person to come in and eat the buffet. All you can eat, by the way. $25 for military personnel. Now, if you can't come and stay, you just want to get a box and take it home, that's only $20. If you're 11 to 4, $15 for the kids. 3 and under, eat free. Call, make reservations, or you can just show up. Rick and the group are going to do a great job down there for you. I'll be there Friday watching all the games. I'll be there Saturday watching all the games. Can you guys believe it's over? Regular season football. Florida State's done. I cannot believe how fast it's gone.
What are we going to do on this show after it's all completely over?
That's up to you. I'm taking off.
Bring some Krispy Kreme donuts.
We'll talk about what the hell happened to Florida State. What went wrong, Chad?
Well, it's pretty soon we're going to know about the recruiting. It's not long, 2 weeks? Maybe?
December, I think it's
a week and a half.
Week and a half, yeah.
Okay.
It's right around the corner. Taco Bell, all you Tiger Sharks down there, and all you Rutherford Rams, get out to Taco Bell in Callaway. And the one in Port St. Joe, they do DoorDash. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Taco Bell. Great people down there. Turf Pro Pest Control, number 1, Patrick Woods right now. Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. And I really am pumped up about the Vandegrift family. I love those people. They're a legendary family. Now, they got some partners. They opened up a brand new restaurant. They're going to do podcasts down there. They're going to do all kind of things. It's going to be kind of a sports-themed oyster bar, downtown, local. 115 on Harrison Avenue. We'll let you know when the grand opening will be. We're talking oysters, crab cakes, steamed seafood, gumbos, salads, soups, wings, ice cold beer, wine, nothing fried, a healthier option, lunch and dinner, downtown Harrison Avenue. Cannot wait. Local 115. We'll be right back with local 11 Manly, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Set your alarm clock to wake up with the Coach Hale Show on ESPN Northwest Florida. In-depth local and college sports from expert insiders and a dash of controversy.
Can be deadly.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9.
Nothing says good morning like a drunken human alarm clock.
We're live from the J. Michaels studio.
We all know he loves the Florida Gators, but that's okay.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
I can control the world.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Monday. For this afternoon and evening, some clouds and a high of 75 with a gentle breeze coming out of the south at 9 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows around 68. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 76. Moving into Wednesday, about the same with a high of 74 and slightly foggy in the morning and then some sun. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Welcome to our 38-year anniversary at Alford Tire and Service Center, your local leader of automotive and tire service. Here at Alford Tire and Service Center, we do a full line of shocks, struts, brakes, AC repair, as well as being your authorized Goodyear and Michelin dealer. Let our friendly staff and skilled mechanics service your car or truck and get you back on the road in a timely fashion. Combined with easy financing, backed by our nationwide warranty, we've got you covered no matter where you go. Located on Tyndall Parkway in beautiful Callaway, we do it all at Alford Tire and Service Center.
Are you tired of hearing 2 weeks when you call to get your boat worked on? Hey folks, it's Chris Kramer with Kramer Marine and Outdoor, and we'll get you in and back out on the water as quick as possible. We're a full-line Yamaha outboard dealer and Suzuki outboard dealer, and we have master-trained certified mechanics on site. So if it's just an annual service, electronics install, trolling motor install, or all the way up to a full repower, we can take care of you. So stop by and see us in the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd next to Bill Kramer GM, or call us at 850-851-0453.
Now back to the most dangerous radio show in the Gulf Coast. Coach James Hale. He's so dangerous, he doesn't even check his eggs at the grocery store.
Danger's my middle name.
I'm bad to the bone, honey.
2 tickets to the gun show.
We're live from the J. Michaels studio on ESPN Northwest Florida.
That's a good Christmas.
You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing.
It's getting close to my day.
Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep.
You're on the air, Coach.
I'm just enjoying the song. Trying to think something damn talk about. Hell. And we are back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. This is CBS. I want to see what your thoughts on this. Here we go. They got all the answers. We're 1 week away, and I like looking at this stuff. I like to see who gets it at the very end. But here's what they're predicting now. On the Rose Bowl, the number 1 seed in the country will be the Ohio State Buckeyes. They're going to beat, I do believe they're going to beat, I think they're the best team in the country. January 1st, Rose Bowl, number 1 seed Ohio State will play the winner of
best
seed
team in the country, maybe not the best coach in the country.
Yeah, January 1st, Sugar Bowl, number 2 seed, Georgia Bulldogs versus the 7-8 winner. Fiesta Bowl, January 1st, number 4 seed Boise State versus the number 3 or 5 or 12 winner. And December 31st, the first playoff bowl game will be the Peach Bowl. It'll be number 3 Miami versus the winner of 6 and 11. December 20th, 5th seed Oregon will host Arizona State, number 12. The winner will get to play Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. Number 8 seeded Notre Dame will play number 9 Indiana, and they will play. This is going to be all Big Ten. I'll take that back. Notre Dame will win.
It may all change tomorrow night.
Yeah, Ohio State. They'll play Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. Number 6 Texas will host number 11 SMU. The winner will get number 3 seeded Miami in the Peach Bowl. Number 7 seeded Penn State will host number 10 Tennessee. And they'll play number 2 Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. January 2nd, Gator Bowl. It will be Texas A&M versus Louisville. December 31st, Texas Bowl. It'll be LSU versus TCU. December 31st, Chad, we going? Citrus Bowl. Alabama versus Illinois. We can go to Disney.
That'd be fun.
We can go to Disney and go down there. You pay. December 31st, Quest Bowl. Ole Miss. Oh, Quest Bowl. Where's that play? Tampa? Where's the Quest Bowl?
I can't remember.
I think it's Tampa. Yeah, I think it's Tampa. Ole Miss plays Iowa. December 30th, Music City, Missouri versus Michigan. December 27th.
Michigan's bowl eligible?
Yeah. Yeah, that's embarrassing. They ought to get the death penalty. December 27th, Las Vegas, South Carolina versus Washington State. I got South Carolina winning that. December 27th, Liberty Bowl, Arkansas versus Kansas State. December 27th, I think Glenn and I are going to go to this one. Birmingham Bowl. Now, they got Vandy going. I was hoping it was Florida. Vandy versus Coastal Carolina. That's where Ryan Movey sends off his money. He's buying players there for them. And then December 20th, which is the first round of the playoff game, you have a playoff game being played, and then you will have a bowl game, Gasparilla Bowl. I hope this is not correct. Florida playing West Virginia. I'm hoping Florida goes to the Birmingham Bowl. Gasparilla Bowl, where's that played at? You all remember? That's in the
We
state
should
of
ask
Florida.
Siri.
It's in the, ask Siri. She should know. And here's your polls. As Glenn says, your polls. Coaches poll, Oregon number 1, Ohio State 2, Texas 3, Penn State 4, Notre Dame 5, Georgia 6, Miami 7th, Tennessee 8th, SMU 9th, Indiana drops to 10th. I thought they'd go lower than that. Boise State 11th, Clemson 12th, Alabama drops to 13th, 7th to 13th, South Carolina 14th, Arizona State is 15th, Ole Miss is 16th, 17th is Iowa State, 18th Tulane, 19th Texas A&M, 20 is BYU, 21 is UNLV, 23 is Memphis, 22 is Army, 23 is Memphis, 24 is Missouri, 25 Illinois. And it's almost the exact same thing with the AP poll.
Yep.
Oregon number 1, Ohio State 2nd, Texas 3rd, Penn State 4th, Notre Dame. Everything's the same.
Yep.
Tennessee. I take that back. Tennessee 7th, and Miami is 7th in the other one, and they flop in this one. Miami's 8th in this one. SMU's 9th, Indiana's 10th, Boise State's 11th, Clemson 12th, Alabama 13th, Arizona State 14th, 15th Ole Miss, 16th South Carolina, 17th Iowa State, 18th Tulane, 19th BYU, 20 Texas A&M, 21 UNLV, 22 Illinois, 23 Deion Sanders still there, 24 Missouri, and 25 Army. So there is some differences there.
Coach, can we get into the Vanderbilt lawsuit a little bit? Can he go back over that?
We can do anything we want.
Well, can we? Yeah, I think that's very interesting. That's going to have an impact on what's going to happen. So, if you go,
opens up more recruiting for sure.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, with the Pavia. So if they end up winning that lawsuit, your first 2 years in junior college do not count or will not count towards your NCAA eligibility. So you're going to have people that are currently in junior college have 4 years. At a Division I or the NCAA. But what's really going to be interesting is it's going to be like a recruiting ground to go development, almost like a minor leagues in baseball. You'll have coaches that are going to get ties with junior colleges to say, hey, go here. If you improve, we'll offer you a scholarship in a year or 2 years, and you will have 4 years with us.
So how many more times can Pavia beat Auburn and Alabama?
Well, hey, if he wins, he can get 4 more wins, 2 each, if they play.
Mississippi junior colleges are going to be be loaded.
Yeah, they are. They usually are loaded. But they'll be really loaded at this point.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, here's the craziest, because this hasn't really ever happened, but when you do this, it opens up Pandora's box.
It does.
So what happens if you get a freshman that comes in, let's just say LSU or Alabama? He's not cutting it. So they send him to junior college to develop. He comes back, he's still a sophomore.
Yeah.
Playing 2 years.
Yeah.
At junior college. I mean, this is where you get really all these different realms.
And if he does develops really well, somebody else like Ohio State will come buy him off.
Sure.
Could possibly.
Yeah.
So, and the junior college coaches will be making pay raises now because,
So I was sitting at the Samford game. I got to throw this in there, and I look at their little screen, their version of the Jumbotron up there, and it has a QR code where you can hit the QR code, go to an app, and pay a player. No kidding.
Me?
Not kidding.
Did you do it?
I didn't, but I was looking at it. It's amazing. It's just incredible. I didn't understand this part. Now, with Alabama or any of the big teams, you've got to go through their NIL collective, right? With this, you could go right to this app and pay the player on the spot, and he would give you a Facebook post with your company or whatever.
Team, right?
Well, no, you could do any player on that app. It wasn't just Samford.
Wow.
But they were advertising it that you could pay a Samford player right there from your seat, and I could have done
like
it.
a GoFundMe page for players.
There you go.
On that note, did y'all see what Central Florida's done? They've eliminated the collective. The university is going to be in control of NIL now, and they're going to share profits. And they're already saying that almost every university will follow suit, and it has to do with a lawsuit that's supposed to be settled in March.
Hey, I would like to see if Chad Mitchell's name is on any of that paperwork. He is always behind the scenes.
Can we do a GoFundMe for? Can we GoFundMe for?
Listen, I need my own GoFundMe.
Here's the kicker.
Are you getting rid of Gus? Are you keeping Gus? You're getting rid of?
I'm off the Gus.
With Central Florida, with their NIL, it's going to be a profit share.
Pat, we got a few minutes. Talk real quick about your business.
Hey, right now is the perfect time to give us a call. We can get those bugs, if they're inside the house, taken care of before your holiday parties. We can also get your yard treated up, getting ready for the spring and summer that is coming up. That time is now.
Yeah.
Give us a call.
I've been having to deal with 3 bugs all morning.
Yeah. You can give us a call at 850-890-5820.
Chad, what's the best way to get up with the legendary Chad Mitchell?
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com or robotmd.com.
And War Eagle and Roll Tide.
I'm looking at a body that needs working on right now. I just saw a body you really need to work on.
Hold him down and I'll fix his knee.
If it's not broke, it'll be broke here in a few minutes.
That's right.
Hey, Bama fans, hang in there.
Turn out the lights.
It's going to get worse.
The party's over.
Are you starting to look for another coach already?
No. We're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Only 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida could bring sports fans like you an app this powerful. The sports content you crave is always on. Live stream us everywhere you go. Now with upgraded programming and live game schedule.